components of sentences by Diana Rose Reveille.
Welcome back, everyone. This is me again, Pen. Your friendly guide to the world of writing. Last time we discussed the different types of sentences. Remember that? We talked about how sentences can serve different functions, whether to make a statement, ask a question, give a command, or express excitement. For you to better remember the previous lesson, let me sing it to you. The title is The 4 Types of Sentences in the tune of Old MacDonald.
There are 4 types of sentences. Each type helps to express our ideas. Declarative tells us something. It ends with a period. Interrogative asks questions. It ends with a question mark. Imperative sentence gives comments. It ends either period or exclamation mark. Exclamatory sentence shows strong feeling. It ends with exclamation mark. Don't forget the 4 types of sentence. Each one tells a story in its own way. Capitalization, punctuation must be okay.
I hope you liked my singing voice. Was that a top chart performance, or should I stick to teaching? Anyways, he'll be back with another song later on. This time, we're going to talk about the components of a sentence. Let's start by talking about what makes a sentence. You already know that a sentence is a complete thought, but a sentence is made up of different parts that work together to create meaning. Let's talk about the parts of a sentence. A sentence has 2 main parts, the subject and the predicate.
Pen, what is subject?
Oh, a nice question. Subject. This is who or what the sentence is about. It could be a person, animal, place, thing, or idea. Look at this sample sentence. The cat is sleeping. What do you think is the subject here? Correct. The subject in the sentence is the cat.
Pen, what is predicate?
Aha! Predicate. This part tells us what the subject is doing or what is happening to it. The predicate always has a verb, action word, and it tells us what's going on. From the previous sample sentence, the cat is the subject, right? Now, what tells us about the cat? It is sleeping. Then that is the predicate. Let's try a few more examples to make sure we get it. I'm going to write some sentences on the board, and I want you to tell me which part is the subject and which part is the predicate. Ready? Let's get it on. First sentence, the dog barks loudly. What do you think is the subject here? Remember, subject is the who or what the sentence about. The subject is the dog. Then what is the predicate? The remaining part is the predicate, barks loudly. Very good. Now let's proceed to the next sentence. Sarah is reading a book. What is the subject? It is Sarah. That's a subject, and the predicate is reading a book. Now let's have the third sentence. My brother plays soccer. What do you think is the subject here? Correct. The subject here is my brother. Then the predicate is plays soccer. Those encircled words are the subject, and the underlined words are predicate. You got it all right? Okay, kids, every sentence needs these 2 components. Without a subject and predicate, you don't have a complete thought or sentence. Subject plus predicate equals to a complete sentence. Now for better understanding, I have prepared some drills for you. Read each sentence carefully and identify the subject and predicate. Encircle the subject and underline the predicate. For the first sentence, the dog ran across the yard. What is the subject? Correct, the subject is the dog. And the predicate here is ran across the yard. Next sentence, my friends are playing soccer after school. What is the subject here? My friends, and the predicate is the remaining words, are playing soccer after school. Now, let's try the next sentence. The sun is shining brightly. The subject is the sun, and the predicate is shining brightly. How about the last sentence? Anna loves to read books. Anna is the subject and loves to read books is the predicate. Great job! You got the hang of it. Now, sometimes sentences have more than just a subject and predicate. They can have objects, complements, and modifiers. Let's talk about some additional components that add more details and depth to our sentences. Aside from subject and predicate, we still have other components of sentences. They are objects, complements, and modifiers. An object receives the action of the verb. It typically answers the questions whom or what about the action. Here in this example, she kicked the ball. Who received the action? It is the ball, so that's the object. And now, let's move on to complement. Complement provides more information about the subject or object. It completes the meaning of the sentence. We have subject complement. It describes the subject. Look at the example. She is a teacher. A teacher is the subject complement. It describes the subject. And for the next example, they painted the wall blue. Object complements here that describes or give more information about the object is blue. The wall is blue. Now let's move on to modifier. Modifiers add extra detail and describe the subject, verb, or object. They can be adjectives, adverbs, or phrases that help paint a clearer picture. In the sample sentence, the tall man walked slowly down the street. The modifiers are tall and slowly, since tall is describing the man, and slowly is an adverb describing how the man walked down the street. Yay! Fantastic! You're listening to me, and that's exactly what I need. Keep it up. Your attention is really helping us move forward. Now that we understand the parts of a sentence, let's practice identifying them. I will write a few sentences on the board, and I want you to identify the subject, predicate, object, complement, and modifier in each sentence. Let's start. The small cat chased the big mouse quickly. Tell me, what is the subject here? The small cat is the subject, and as I told you, the remaining part is the predicate. The predicate here is the chase the big mouse quickly. Now children, do we have an object here? Yes, mouse is the object, and the modifiers are small and big. Let's have this second sentence. My brother is playing football in the park. Can you tell me the subject and predicate here? My brother is the subject, is playing football in the park is the predicate. Now can you tell me, what is the object in the sentence? Yes, it is the football. And the complement here that says something where my brother is playing is in the park. You've been doing such a great job. Now it's time for some fun. I'm going to give you a set of sentence parts. And your job is to build a complete sentence using those parts. Okay, let's do this. Can someone put those parts together into a complete sentence? The dog played with the ball happily in the yard. The subject here is the dog. Played with the ball happily in the yard is the predicate. Ball is the object and modifier here is the word happily. Use the following sentence parts to create a complete sentence. The teacher explained the lesson in the clear voice. The teacher is the subject. The predicate is explained the lesson in a clear voice. The lesson is the object and clear is the modifier. Again, put these sentence parts together to create a complete sentence. My sister played the piano beautifully at the concert. Now let's identify what is the subject in this sentence. My sister is the subject. Played the piano beautifully at the concert is the predicate. Piano is the object. Beautifully is the modifier. Great, you got it all right. Now, let's practice revising sentences. I am going to give you a sentence with missing components.
Add a subject.
Blank ran to the store. Think of any subject that can fit into this sentence. This is one of the possible answers. The dog ran to the store.
Add an object and a modifier.
Blank ate the cake blank.
She ate the cake quickly.
That's a correct answer. You may use any noun for as subject and adverb to describe how did the subject eat the cake.
Add a predicate.
The teacher blanked the classroom.
The teacher cleaned the classroom.
Good job today, everyone. You've done an excellent job identifying and building sentences. Let's quickly review what we learned through some more drills. Let's start. Complete the sentences by adding an appropriate subject complement or object complement. I have a guide question for you to answer it easily. Number 1. The teacher is blank. What is the teacher? The answer can be kind. Very good. Let's try the next sentence. They painted the wall blank. What color was the wall painted? Here your answer must be any colors to make it correct. They painted the wall blue. You're getting great. Let's have the third sentence. My brother is blank at soccer. How good is your brother at soccer? My brother is great at soccer. The cake tastes blank. How does the cake taste? The cake tastes delicious. She considered the movie blank. How did she consider the movie? She considered the movie boring. I love how you applied what we're learned. Your answers were spot on. This next drill will surely help you in making good sentences. Come and let's do this. In each sentence below, encircle the object, the thing or person receiving the action of the verb. If there is no object, write no object. Number 1. The object is the ball. In number 2, the mouse is the object. Number 3, the object is a letter. Number 4, a sandcastle. And number 5, the book. You are doing great! This time I know you can identify the object in each sentences. Let's do this. You are going to underline the modifiers, adjective, or adverbs in the sentences below. In number 1, the little puppy played happily in the yard. The modifiers are little and happily. The red ball bounced high over the fence. The modifier in this sentence is red and high. She quickly finished her homework. The modifier is quickly. We saw a beautiful bird flying across the sky. The modifier is beautiful. The movie was very exciting and fun. The modifiers here are very and fun. Fantastic! I'm happy that you reached the end of the video. Great job! Keep up the good work and don't forget the components of the sentences. To summarize our lesson, let me sing a song for you. Come and join me. The title is The Components of Sentence in the tune of Mary Had a Little Lamb.
We have our components of sentence, the subject and predicate, object, modifiers, and complements. Those are the components. The subject tells us who or what. It starts the sentence clear and good. The focus. The predicate shows what's done. Action. What's begun. The object shows what's acted on. It completes the sentence. Moving on. It tells us what's received or done. Modifiers at the tail bright. Complements finish. Make it dry. They give the sentence extra light.
I had a great time learning with you. Thanks for being part of the lesson today. See you in the next one.